Yo, what up? It is the 25th of May, 2024. It is currently 10:24 p.m. on a Saturday, and what am I doing holding this piece of crud in my hands? Because it's raining. When was the last time that happened? A while ago. It hasn't rained much at all. Oh, I got mail from Daisy. I bet you're relaxing in the town you call home. I can't wait to talk to you again. Aww. That's so cute. Alright, well, what do I... This is just a stupid letter. I gather this is Peewee. Yes, because I did send him something yesterday. I dropped a letter in the soup, then I ate it. I rubbed this present all over my face. Enjoy. Oh, Peewee. Hey, I noticed Poncho didn't give me a letter after I visited Brolton. Actually, oh no. What's this bottle mail? I've already had my fun with that. Palace tile. Don't need it, but, you know, it's nice. Oh, it's so... Speaking of nice, oh man, I don't have to water any of these flowers. I can just walk around and talk to my friends. And do some other stuff. Hey, do you think boys and girls can be friends? Yeah, why not? Really? Well, Hugh and Pango must be friends then. This reminds me of those terrible soaps I used to watch. Soap operas are... they're such an anomaly to me. Well, I mean... I understand why, you know, they exist. And it's pretty... Oh, wait. I'm not... Oops. I was not paying attention. I almost chopped down a baby tree. That's like a crime, I think. I mean, yeah, I get why soaps exist. I mean, to get down, you know, with to the specifics of it, they existed to advertise soap. I mean, not just soap, but... I don't know, I'm pretty sure this is pretty widely known, so me explaining it. Plus, I don't actually, you know, shouldn't speak on stuff I'm not too confidently versed in. From what I understand, the idea behind soap operas... Oh, tomorrow's Yay Day. Oh, wait, when I count money at the town hall, people always ask if I like my job. It makes me kind of sad. Okay. From what I understand, so that don't take me as authority, is that soap operas would play... during the day, and back in the day, the typical archetype of the American home was the husband goes out to work through a 9 to 5, and the wife stays home doing, you know, stay at home, all that stuff. I'm not saying that to undermine it, I'm just saying it because it is a lot of stuff. And you know, they put on, what do they want to watch on TV? They're going to watch a soap opera, and what are they going to advertise? They're going to advertise things that you use around the house, like soap. And that's the basic idea. And so basically, the shows themselves only exist to have ads in between them. And that's why they're made so cheaply, go on for so long, and make no sense, because they're being made super, you know, slapdash, like not caring at all, because they're just using it to advertise stuff. Did you think up the Igneous constellation? You just gotta stay creative if you want to stay young. So as far as I know, those would all be funded by companies who are, you know, looking to sell their products, or at least sponsored by them, obviously. Nowadays, obviously, that name, it doesn't work as well with the work archetype changing a little bit, but, you know, that's kind of where it started, as far as I know, at least. Do you think fish have personalities? Like the sea bass? Yeah, I bet they're really nice, not just nice to eat. Ooh, I've got an idea. Want to compete to see who can catch a really nice fish first? He's just gonna keep asking this, isn't he? I just don't want him to fill his house up with fish. Again. Again. Hello, Hugh. Everyone's calling me Ginger now. I mean, I like it more than S-Monkey, I guess. The other day I rented a scoop. I never knew someone could be such a poor kid. That's the end of my conversation with Hugh. I just had a shower, so I've got like wet... I don't have wet hands, but like... It's like you think your hands are dry, and then you put them on any surface that, you know, picks up water easily, and you realize that apparently you actually had the wettest hands that anyone has ever had in the history of Earth. You know, and then get water everywhere. It just leaves a very heavy imprint. It's nice to just walk around. I don't have to step by and stop at every flower I see. Well, every wilted flower I see. The last time I saw it rain in this game in general was in Rolfton, and it was like this month. What? You're the one who designed this dress? I must have seen your name on the label and bought it without even looking. That's the last time I buy one of your hideous What the hell? I think the Ammonite tea is beautiful. It's based off of Ammonite, of course. The Pokemon, who's my favorite Pokemon. And that's like a thing. So like Ammonite is pretty well known for the whole Twitch plays Pokemon well, I mean, Ammonite was a prominent part of Twitch plays Pokemon, and it had a whole thing behind it, and it's called Lord Helix and all that. But that's not why. Oh, yeah, he's got his phonograph. KK Casper. But yeah, I liked Ammonite before I knew about that, so that's not why I like Ammonite. I like Ammonite because I like, little, what are the arthropods? I like things with tentacles, I like little sea creatures, and I think he's cool, and I like his shell. You think I'd look good in a spiderweb shirt, or is it just a super manly side for me? Well, I guess I should try one on first, eh? Let me know if you ever cross a spiderweb shirt. Oh, well, it's nice to be in a house with music, although it's kind of offset a bit by how barren Peewee's house is otherwise. It really doesn't help that his flooring is concrete. I don't think villages will decorate their flooring if you give them like carpet or or same thing with a wallpaper. I've never tried to. Please don't pay attention to how I arrange my furniture. It's embarrassing. Yeah, kinda. Oh, so it isn't cool enough for you? Oh. I mean, it is kind of lame. Not to be mean, but you brought it up, so. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Peewee's Falls. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can give villages wallpapers and floors, or specifically, I don't know if giving that will actually make them, change it out. I don't know. Hey, Pango. Pango. Not usually in this side of town. If you saw a shooting star, what would you wish for? We already have good looks. If you say world peace, does that mean that it's maintained? Because, I mean, you could make world peace, like, just happen, but then people would probably just go back to being angry at each other immediately. So that's a kind of useless wish. Lots of cash. Well, money's an object. True love. Well, love is also an object, but cash is a better object, so I'm going to pick that. Work hard enough and you can have anything. Too bad working isn't all that fun. Yeah. It's weird getting out of a dialogue box and not pulling out a tool. I'm so used to that. Nope, weed. I'm still going to check around the town to make sure I'm not missing any weeds. Because those are ugly, and I don't want those growing around my town. My stinking town. Well, the town's not stinking. The weeds are the stinking part. And if there's too many of them, then my town will be a stinking town. I actually wonder with how much stuff I've got laid down, if I even have enough space to have that flower, the Rafflesia, or whatever it's called, the gross corpse flower. I wonder if, if it could even grow under, the conditions. I don't need this. I don't need any of this. I need I know I need a white boombox. But I think the key with this is me looking at each item and knowing what it is. I don't know. Holy bonsai. As far as plants go, I'm pretty sure I have all of them, or at least all of the ones that can be sold here. So that's why I just kind of look over those. And then, kitchen corner, stove top, trash can, Ionian post, life raft, life ring. Oh, I should order a spiderweb shot while I'm here. Actually, no, I'm just gonna do it. I could be Enable Sisters, but do I care? Do I care enough? Do I make that gamble, you know? Well, it's not really a gamble, because I don't lose anything. If anything, I'm gambling here by choosing to buy, because I'm losing money by buying here. Whereas I could save money if I didn't, you know... Well, wait. No! It's cheaper for me to buy from Nook, because he has reduced prices. So it's actually way more beneficial for me to buy here. Unless I don't have the spiderweb shot, which would put an entire second or bigger wrench. Oh, here we go, spiderweb shot. 256 bells. So how much would it be if I wanted to buy that from Able Sister? I didn't think about this. I don't really have it here. Is it on here? No. Probably more than that. That's the point I'm making there. Thanks, Mr. Nook. So yeah, today's gonna be a bit of a short one. I could, you know, seize the moment while it's raining here and try and catch me a coelacanth. I'll try for like a tiny little bit. Ooh, the Tut mask. What is this called? The King Tut wig. It's not really a wig, but I think I guess the way you put it on, it's kind of like, because you put it on, well, I don't know. Yeah, because, you know, in real life, King Tut had a wig, and I don't think it was like that, because this is more like a statue of him, you know? Or like a mask, I guess. I used to really like, well, I guess I still do. I mean, I like ancient Egyptian, you know, stuff aesthetically. Like, I like all of the way everything looks, but I've never really actually put too much, you know, proper research into it before. But, you know, it'd be cool. I think it's, I mean, if they're inherently interesting. They built those pyramids, like, and that it's such an insane endeavor that only becomes more insane the longer you think about it and the bigger you realize the pyramids actually are. Because they're not just like some small little thing. They're big, they're massive, and they did that without, you know, like, they did that without anything. Well, you know, they had stuff. But, not nearly as much as we have now. I mean, as much as, you know, obviously I don't believe the whole aliens built the pyramids stuff, because it's stupid. You know, it kind of, I understand why people would come to that conclusion, just because of how unbelievable it is that they were able to build, you know, such big things. Now let's search across the water's edge, because, you know, it's always fun to get your coelacanth. And I already have one in my house, so if I find one, then I'll sell it. There's not really any point doing anything else with it, is there? Is that a coelacanth? Ooh, that's a big-ish fish. A big-ish fish. But it looks like it's a sea bass, probably. You never know, though. I'm always surprised. Yeah, that's a sea bass. You can usually, like, if you mess up on your cast, on your, not your cast, you're reeling it back in, you can usually tell, like, immediately if the fish, you know, if there's a big gap between the fish biting and you reeling, and it, you know, you still manage to get it, then that means it's a more common fish, because more common fish make it easier for you to catch them. Whereas a bigger fish wouldn't have even, you know, would have swum away. You can sort of glean a similar thing by the radius that they look, like, that they pay attention to your bobber. If they pick up in your bobbers super easily, then that means they're more common. Like, that obviously was not a coelacanth, not just by the size, but also because it was Yeah, so ironically, the rarer fish actually have worse eyesight. Or, I mean, I guess, right? And it's weird because, fish, their eyes are on the sides of their heads, so don't you think they'd actually see, they'd see a bobber worse if it was directly in front of them? I don't know. Never really thought about it like that, I guess. People, there was so much hype for fishing mechanics, like, from a couple of years ago. Oh man, I misinterpreted that, Bob. Uh, that, it's sort of got overused a little bit, and now people have, turned on it a bit, especially, and if a game gets announced now and it's got fishing in it, people will have their, you know, their little, this fits this archetype kind of comments, but I still think fishing has some cool gameplay implications that could be tapped into for stuff. If I ever make a game, I've got two ideas of two different games that flitter in my head. Oh man, I missed that one up too. Uh, and one of them involves fishing. But it's like, I mean, I know I've seen all the different things that happen, and I always find it weird when people are like, oh, here's my devlog, and they're starting with making their like dream game project. It'd be like if you never like picked up a camera before, and then once you finally did, you were like, I'm gonna make my dream movie, and it's gonna be a full feature-length movie. Because it's around equivalent to how difficult. In fact, I'd almost argue that game making is more difficult, because at least with movie making, once you film a scene, you filmed it. Unless you're a perfectionist about it and you want to go back and change something, if you plan out a film well enough, then once you've filmed a shot, it should be it. Once you've got a shot you're satisfied with. But with games and like all these systems and mechanics you can make, you can have finished something and then ages later down the line, that system can break because of something else you've added. And so now you're, going back to things you've already quote unquote finished. So there's just more, and beyond that, there's just more like more things. Because, a movie has like you planning out, there's screenwriting, there's just regular writing, world building, and then on filming, there's everything associated with filming, sometimes CG, sometimes stunts, all this complicated stuff, and then the editing process, and then but then with games, it's sort of like you've got that writing bit if you're choosing to, have a story, but you've got world building as well if you choose, depending on how narratively dense your game is. I think any game should have at least a bit of world building to it. But then you're throwing on instead the production of filming. The filming then is replaced with coding, testing, and coding one level takes way more than like filming one shot, I guess, if that makes sense. I know this fish is in a coelacanth. I don't know why I'm going for it. So I'd wager that game making, and it's also there's the range of stuff you're gonna do with game making is a lot wider. I'd argue that game making is probably the hardest thing. Like you could, not to mention music, which movies have scores as well, but usually games you'd want something more specific, whereas movies, most people are more inclined to buy licensed music and stuff like that. Even big production companies will buy licensed music. In fact, they prefer it because it's, good for the soundtrack. But, yeah, games are very, very complicated. So the idea of someone being like, I'm going to make my dream game and I don't have any experience, I don't know. That seems like a really, really bad idea to me. So I wouldn't do that. Personally, I just kind of try and learn it gradually. You make things, and then you learn stuff from making stuff, and then that knowledge goes into something bigger and better. Until eventually you make something, really big that you you've gotten from all of that knowledge that you've gained. But that's, I mean, I'm not a aspiring game developer. I just have ideas like, every single gamer on the entire planet. Which I think, that kind of happens, I think, more than movies and books. Like, I'm sure there's a ton of people. In fact, I'd say that 80, maybe 80% of people who regularly read books, those, there's probably, this is just all made up numbers, but, a good amount of people who read books, fiction books, are thinking about their own worlds and stuff, and stuff they would make if they wrote a book. Uh, and the same thing with movies. There's, people who would think about the movies they'd want to make. But, I don't know, I think with games, there's just something inherently, like, it's like, I don't know. I have, like, in my mind, like, this idea of, like, a dream food. And it isn't a recipe, and it's not a specific thing. It's just, like, something in my head that has the perfect texture, the perfect taste, the perfect chewiness and all that, perfect like temperature, amount of like crispiness or whatever. And it's not a food. It doesn't have any like weight. It's a dream food in the sense that it doesn't exist, and it's just sort of like a weird amalgamation of what is technically in food. That's kind of how I feel people are like with the idea for a dream game. It all kind of comes together, and they know every element, like how, the quality of every element, but they don't know how any of that would actually work in execution, because they're not thinking of the recipe, they're just thinking of the food, I guess, the taste. Which is why so many people have, like, those dream game mock-up ideas where it's literally just, you can do literally anything. Which is, in execution generally doesn't work out that well, because the more systems you add, the more interactivity you have to have between those systems, or else it just sort of feels like a bunch of random stuff slapped together. And, the more interactivity you add between systems, the harder it is to make each one of those systems actually work because of how much they're spending being dependent on other systems. It's all a big thing. So, I think that's kind of why also with game development, you kind of got to build outwards from base, because if you have a bunch of ideas, then they might just not really connect well. Like, they might just be floating around in space. Whereas if you come up with ideas while you're making something, then it's sort of like you've come up with the idea because of something you've already made, and therefore there's already that inherent, like, bridge between ideas, I guess. I don't know. But if I ever made a game, it would be the best game ever made. And I think it's definitely something. Personally, I'm not but great at working with other people. I don't think most people are, really, which is why, I mean, I think that kind of points to why these dream game ideas don't get made. It's because it's made by people who don't really feel comfortable working with other people, especially with this, hypothetical scenario where you've come up with your dream game. You don't want someone, encroaching on your dream. It's your vision. So, like, it makes it even more difficult because you're not willing to work with other people. That's a coelacanth. What? Really? Okay, I really did think that was a coelacanth. Alright, well, I'm gonna catch one more fish, and then I'm gonna... Still gotta listen to KK today. What I like, this is a nice little rainy day. That's not a coelacanth. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, the amount of those, like, I mean, look, when I say, like, oh, why would you start with making your quote-unquote dream game, I'm not, like, saying you're gonna fail from the start or whatever. I'm just saying it's a bad idea. That doesn't mean it can't lead to, you know, stuff. But like, you look at pretty famous independent game developers, they definitely didn't start with their dream game right at the bat. Like Toby Fox is a good example, made Undertale not single-handedly, to give some credit to, you know, people who did actually work on it alongside him, but a lot of it he made himself. But for one thing, that wasn't the first game he ever made. He started doing hacks for other games, which is probably a decent start because you don't have to code as much. It also wasn't his dream game because Undertale as a game idea came about because of his actual main idea, which is now Deltarune. So Deltarune would be his quote-unquote dream game, and it's not even like halfway done yet, or at least halfway released. And you know, Undertale is what? That was 2015. He probably started making it like ages before that, beyond that. So it's just like, at the very least, that's something to look towards in terms of like how this stuff usually goes. That I'd say is a pretty good thing to draw upon. Yeah, but I mean, the thing is that I have like, there's hobbies that I have that I think are more, not only do I enjoy certain hobbies more, but I think I just find certain hobbies more viable. Like, you know, looking out at the idea of making a game, it seems so, you know, how much stuff there is that, to me, I feel like I'd rather just put my time into stuff I already know how to do, or rather that I am still learning how to do, but I'm in the process of learning how to do, so that I'm not just, you know, stretching myself along 15 different things that I like to do, which I'm already pretty close to doing already, but yes, that's kind of the main reason. But I have tried before. You do learn, and I was learning a bit, but, you know, I'm back to not knowing anything. Care for a cup of Java to pick you up? It's 200 bells. What plan would you like? The usual? Cool. I got the specialized one today, but it turned out a little differently. Let me just, there we go. The perfect temperature to bring out the flavor. 176 degrees. On a fresh brewed cup. Drink up. Thanks. What an odd flavor. A bit acidic, and it's strangely refreshing. Let me just look up KK Song's Wild. And the only reason why I'm looking this up is because I kind of want to do a special request song, just because I don't usually do that, and if I don't do that, I should be doing that, because if I don't, then if I don't do it, then I'm gonna be stuck with doing a lot of them at the end. Oh, here we go. Okay. What ones have I not done? My Place, To the Edge. I don't think I've done... Wait. What is the distinction here? Okay, italics... Okay. I'm just looking at a list here. Forest Life, I Love You. I don't think I put I Love You yet. KK Song I've done. My Place. Let's do I Love You. I mean, I guess a more fitting time for this would have been February when it was Valentine's Day, but May is a loving day, I guess. I mean, a loving month. Your first song, you know it. Something you want to hear. Oh yeah. This time, at least. capital I. We need to make sure the it's all correct here. L-O-V-E. I don't think I've ever heard this song before, actually. I haven't heard a lot of KK songs. To be fair, there are like 100 of them now. Mellow, I can dig that. I'm all set to play, so take a seat. Hopefully I put it in right. This is far out. Get ready to groove to I Love You. Hey, thanks for listening. Hooked you up with a booty I Love You, you know, a bootleg. You can play it on the box spectre pad anytime. It's cool, no charge. This industry fat cats try to put a price on my music, but it wants to be free. Be sure to drop on by and catch me again, man. I'll be around. Very nice song. Lovely little, lovely little song there. Yeah, I wonder if you can give songs, like, what is the limit on things you can gift to villages? Because, you know, New Horizons was cool in that they added that, you know, if you gift clothing, you can just gift stuff to people, you know, right in front of their faces, like when you speak to them, and then they can, if you give them clothes, they can just wear it right in front of you, and they even added them being able to wear, like, accessories and hats and all that. I think they still can't wear pants, though. Actually, no, they can't wear accessories. They can definitely wear, hats, though. They can wear hats and shirts. But yeah, I don't know what the limit is in terms of what you can gift to them. Kick his step. I do like kick his step, but let's switch it out for I Love You. Let's try and find it. Is it gonna be at the bottom? I don't know what on earth this ordering is based off. It just goes into a random order. It's not ordered like this on the wiki. Oh wait, is the wiki... Okay, the wiki's in alphabetical. I wonder if there's like a proper list. Like a numbered list. I don't know. Anyway. Let's just hear it. It's very quiet. Where's this guy go? I actually can't tell. No. This is nice. How are our guys doing to it? Is this guy even going? Wait. He isn't going. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it doesn't fit to it exactly, but they work better with songs with high BPMs. You know what? Why don't we just chill in the space room today? It's a nice chill day today. Just gonna go. I love the space room. It's so especially at night. It's so serene and nice. And all of the beeping and stuff that's going on. Why isn't this guy going? He just sits there? Oh no, he goes. I got a gyroid. Oh no, he's outside, isn't he? I got a couple here though. Goggleoid. Tympanoid. Oombloid. Squelchoid. Let's see, what are you like? I don't know what is going on with this guy. Oh! Ah! Is he... I love this guy. I'm keeping him. Alright, well, let's put these guys all back. Oh yeah, that's gonna be about it for today, though. So I put these gyroids away. Nice chill day today. You know, ironically, I was going into this being like, oh, you know... Oh, I get to... Oh, oops, I didn't mean to grab that. You know, I get to spend less time today because, you know... I kind of wanted to get back to what I was doing before, but now I've spent more time than I do on average because I got so swept up in doing some extra stuff on the side. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today.